Hello, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to dive into your keywords first, and then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you're with me today. If you have, oh wow, preserve, security, forethought, thrift, being a little thrifty is going to be good. Another thing I would like to mention, if you have been subscribed and maybe unknowingly unsubscribed, because I started to realize this is happening recently, go ahead, hit the subscribe button again. That's a free way to support the channel. And if you go on to enjoy this message, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know. A fog, obscurity, feeling lost. So it seems like here you're stepping into a timeline. I feel like preserving something, sometimes good, sometimes bad. If you are shrinking down your size, it's not really a positive thing to get adjusted, but it seems like you might be stepping into a timeline of unclarity. So, like, I like to mention the positive things all the time, but here this is showing as you need to pay attention to the negative stuff too. So, if you're seeing some things in the air, like this fog right there, if you can not see the sunshine or the moonshine at all, it is time to start preserving the things you have, okay? Maybe saved. This can be even the simplest things, guys. Like maybe you go to store and buy things that can actually last one day. Instead of just doing that, maybe start pickling stuff. There's pickles here, or making jams. Or if that's not the case, it is about other things, preserving your relationships maybe and maintaining them. If you're feeling like you're going towards like this foggy time, it is time to pay attention, okay? We have a saw, planning, setting intentions, and optimism. I love this card. Like you can see the idea. Sowing the seed, growing through eyes closed. You know what this means? This means that its focus is on the growth of the idea. It doesn't have any deflection. It's not really looking around anywhere else. It's not getting the energy drained by TV stuff, the news and such. It is completely focused on the outcome here, okay? That the desire here. What you saw is what you get. Planning, setting intentions, and optimism. Intention is an extremely powerful tool. If you ever heard about actually Wayne Dyer talking about intention, he talks about it, about the manifestation, how the intentions, clear intentions, can manifest perfectly. So it is setting intentions and being optimistic about that is going to be important during this time. Even though you're preserving things here on this end, on this side, what you're planning and sowing the seed is going to bring the whatever that you actually stopped spending here or stop giving energy to, you're gonna have extra stuff here happening, okay? So preserve your current energy and focus it on the things that you want to grow, you want to work. We have a thyme, and you can see the emerald right there. Presence and self-awareness is going to be important. That's what's happening here. This person is in the present. They're not focusing on the past. They're not focusing on the future. They're not focusing on what would happen, what could happen. They're in the moment. They're focusing on the seed, the growth of the seed. That's exactly the thyme actually calls upon here too. Self-awareness. If you have any sensation around your body, that brings us to the moment too. Another thing I would like to mention, because coming as an herb, maybe, just maybe, you might have some thyme in your food, or maybe if you have like fresh one, you can chop it into your a tomato salad, which tastes really good, guys. So you can try it that way, okay? Let's dive into your coffee cup and see what's happening. So, do you like making salads? I really love making different types of salads and appetizers like that. Too much of a Mediterranean style, but yeah. Comment down below. Let me know, what do you use? What kind of salads that you do? Like, I am from Mediterranean, so we do have a lot of shepherd salads and such. So let me know, what do you do in your culture? We have here, there's a nun. It's very clear. The nun, and there's this kind of reminds me of a sea lion, and they're carrying this. This is a bone, guys. This is like a vertebrae I mean, like the sideways vertebrae. That's what I'm seeing here. Kind of reminds me of the oxtail bone as well. And they are under this weight of someone's back bonelessness. Wow. Okay. So somebody doesn't have a backbone, not having a backbone, actually being a weight on the shoulders of the people who are doing God's work. I'm going to say it that way. It doesn't have to be specifically someone literally working in the God's house. It doesn't have to be that, but it is someone connected to the divine. It is someone preserving themselves, yes, for sure. And the lion here, I don't know what he's doing there. He's being maybe a little playful, but they eat a lot and they occupy space. So this can be someone, maybe this person is carrying someone's backbonelessness. Okay, the scenario coming to me, let's work on it a little bit. This can be a situation that you had to say yes to something that you wanted to say no to, but because a person maybe doesn't have a backbone in your life, you had to say yes to this. Now you have another person, second person under this backbone. They're carrying it as well. They're benefiting from you just tiny bit, but I feel like they're helping you carry this thing. Okay, this can be a debt. This can be taking care of someone, taking care of a property that you have taken upon as a favor. That's why the nun vibes comes up here. And maybe you're thinking, how am I going to manage this? How am I going to get rid of that? I feel like you don't really think about that too much because you can see the sunshine is coming forward. The only thing I see here, this kind of reminds me of the emerald right there. And there are actually snakes going under the soil. Snakes hibernate, so I feel like hibernation happens in the winter, and you are really planting the emerald, the money, or maybe material things inside of the soil, preserving them during the winter, the cold. Okay, it says the fog here, but I'm going to say the cold. So when there's no action, no movement, no support that you're not seeing, you're saving some. Exactly, immediately you're getting some benefit from it. This can be a cycle, like you plant something, comes back to you. It can be immediately, like think of it as like a token, those kind of like things that you put a token in and then you just switch, and it gives you a little thing like a gum or a toy in return. Like you put the token in like that, like you put something, give something back in return. But this is a big thing, so that's why I feel like this is not a gamble though. You put something in and then something else comes up, sunshine comes up, good times comes up. So it's not a gamble, guys. Okay, I need to say it because when you gamble the money, sometimes you don't get anything out of those, scratch offs or anything like that. Sometimes nothing comes forward. So that's why I'm feeling like this is about maybe two people here, a couple, a woman with a short hair and a man. I see a letter E can be there in first name, E in the name of the men, R, or there's S in the name of the women, and they're going towards a letter C here, maybe Canada they're moving, but there's a border in front of them. So the clean paper can be, okay, now maybe you're applying for a visa or a working permit or a living permit to somewhere. C, what do we have? It starts with C. Croatia, Caribbean, Canada, maybe a city, California is a state. Yeah, comment down below if you're planning to go anywhere which has the name C in it or starts with it. The thing is, there's a border and somebody's allowing inside the border, but you have a supporter here. You're going to be facing initially maybe like a neighbor. I see letter M, like Mary, Matthew with a T here. A little grumpy, but established, might be helping you. At the same time, I see that you're setting up a table. I know this is for a short period of time, but there's so many things happening in this. I just need to mention it. You're setting up a table here. You have a person, maybe you're selling some things, okay? It can be for a business fair. It seems like the path is opening. Maybe that's why you need to preserve your energy and what you're producing so you can go out there and sell it. And I see kind of here, this kind of looks like a goat with like a broken horn. And I see a reverse letter 6. Oh yeah, there's a goat right here too. This can be a goat growing really fast, or maybe goat, the greatest of all times. It means that you might have a really important treasure in your hand. It might have the fast growth opportunity, very niche, very unique. When I look at the goats, because they're very specific with what they eat, especially mountain goats, I feel like they're kind of a niche creature, animal. That's why I felt this goat is a niche thing that you're working on. But it seems like if it grows so fast, you're losing one of the horns, or maybe both of the horns here. You see, like one horn is missing, the other one is gone, and one horn is half missing. So if this is something niche that you're working on, maybe growing it so fast can cause you to lose some part of it. So it can be something to reflect upon. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. There's a conversation happening with someone. I see kind of like a pastor here. There's a fire in between. It can be an authority figure. The fire in between can be passion. Your desire coming fast with tears of joy. But I would like to mention, now the authority is like lowering down and they have the horn. Fire, passion, I was thinking, is it love? Is this about love? But then I flipped it. I see number 8 and a ring. This is a commitment, guys, that you're making a commitment and you're getting something in return. The authority is handing you over their antlers or their horns or whatever these things are on top of their head. But the thing is, there's number 8 that you're giving them. It might be a time, it can be a payment. You have a supporter here, a masculine, feminine mixed up character. They have a supporter behind them. And that supporter kind of looks like a balloon head somebody's taking away. So I feel like if you are negotiating with someone and they're acting like they have an upper hand here, but this is like general, guys. So this is like a very important thing. If you're going through a deal, you need to double check, triple check, and talk to a professional too. But someone might be showing their head as such big and they're playing it big, but it's maybe something that is fake. It's being taken away. I feel like here, maybe you're trying to do business with someone, going into their office, seeing, oh, wow, they have a massive office space. They're so successful, but that might be actually the last day of their lease. They might be losing that space. Okay, I felt that kind of a vibe here. We're gonna see in the cards if you get 7 of Swords or like 5 of Swords too. Know that there is such a situation, so do not jump into the visual things that are really like trying to color a different picture. Okay, let's see what we have here in the tarot. I'm wondering if you're gonna get any of those like a sword cards. This is gonna actually show you there's some trickery happening. No, that's not the thing that you're going to be actually experiencing. It seems like here, because without securing yourself, you're not going to do the exchange. 9 of Pentacles is actually enjoying the wealth, the comfort that you're creating for yourself. This can be even that when you start to enjoy your comfort zone, what you have, because Leo, you want to have expansion. You want to grow all the time, and sometimes being in the comfort zone can be uncomfortable. But 9 of Pentacles tells me that you need to really get used and to the area that you're in, setting intention, like planning, and then just preserving yourself, like really have yourself really like enjoy the space that you're in. That's going to get you the seed to plant, okay? When you're having fun. We have the Devil here. I told you the Capricorn coming forward. Devil can mean a couple of things. It can be like negative thoughts, obsessions, or maybe really directing your energy to like the things, the gambling, for example, like bad habits, instead of focusing on the work that you need to do. Procrastination, it can involve. Another thing, because we see in the goat here, the Devil's the Capricorn energy vibe. So someone might actually acting in a way that is deceitful. Okay, this is also applicable as a 5 of Swords as well, but this is someone deceitful. Okay, they're trying to trick you. They're trying to make you think that they have something more than they show. Okay, what are you going to do here? You're going to reset. You're going to say, you know what, let's reset. I don't want to buy something from you. I'll look around again, or, you know, yeah, that makes sense. In that case, that makes sense. Instead of jumping in the deal with this person, I feel like maybe even there's a divine angel here. I see a face. This can be an ancestor, by the way. Sometimes our ancestors turns into protective angels. And there might be giving you, sprinkling you some signs, okay? Like if you get sudden, like, splash of water. I know it's not really a possible thing, but sometimes when you're walking in the forest, sometimes like the waters on the leaves can actually come to your face. I don't know, maybe like a little sprinkle of like a little shower might be coming from the skies. So it can be your sign, okay? I felt like that might be a sign to tell you that, okay, this is not the place to be. Shoo, run away. Temperance is, okay, this is not something you should be rushing. Whatever this deal is, it can be love, it can be a romance, it can be a relationship, it can be a partnership. Whatever it is, yes, go on to the journey, but keep one foot on the ground, the other one in the water, okay? Do not jump in with both feet. Make sure, like, do not jump off the cliff with both feet. Make sure that you have a rope. Maybe you can actually swing yourself slowly down the bottom of that, because that's what the temperance is suggesting, that you need to really take it slow. Take your time before you jump into things, okay? Let's see what else we have with the oracle. Creative mindfulness. Guys, again, this is so important, but it's really hard for us to get to that point. There are some artists, like this Japanese lady, she actually draws like little dots everywhere, but millions and billions of them. And there's also this guy, I think he's American or British, and he doodles things everywhere. Like they have their own galleries and like displays and all that stuff, and clothing, whatnot. But that's creative mindfulness. It's not actually like what we consider as like Michelangelo work, but it is there in the moment. They're minding the moment. They're focusing on what they do, and it's not like a one piece of work. I saw this guy actually paint a whole wall, whole huge wall. That's actually a way to focus and stay in the moment, okay? This is suggested to you. You can, I actually draw something, and my daughter was asking me like, what is this? Why did you make that? I'm gonna, give me a second, I will show you right away. This I made, just random thing. I don't even know, like heart shapes and stuff. This doesn't have any meaning, but I just did this to boost my solar plexus chakra, creativity, and that actually like gave me a lot of energy, okay? So go ahead, try that out and see what the vision is going to show you. Rhythm is about moving your body to the rhythm, dancing, playing, something that you like moving your body is going to be also important for you to get clarity and get guidance, and also maybe get inspired action. We have the union. Union keeps coming for everyone. I don't know if there's like a planetary alignment happening right now. Is the Venus and such. I don't really follow up a lot with those things. I even lost subscribers. One time I did like a Neptune and Saturn in conjunction for the next 2 years, and people said like, bye, or not watching this anymore. So I don't do that anymore, but I was inspired. I feel like there's some artistic side to this. Anyways, so union is you coming together with some energies, person, environment that is going to really put you into creative mindfulness. Okay, so I feel you can see this is like when they emerge and creating something totally different. So look for those places for yourself. Slowing down is important too. When you're in that space, when you're in the rhythm and the union, the rhythm doesn't have to be you running 5 miles. I don't know if it's even possible humanly, 5 miles an hour. Okay, it's about like just little jogging, or maybe moving your body. Dancing is so powerful, okay? Slowly, slow dancing can be that. This is your, I'm not going to say affirmation. These are like kind of realizations. It will never be perfect, so I will leave it blank and let the earth slowly consume me. So, Leo, if you are being a perfectionist, okay, and if you're not painting the canvas, which I have been talking about all during this reading, it is going to consume you. You need to put your energy on the paper on some item. You need to create something because that's like a human part of us. It's like our divine part, basically, because we have some traits of the creative of all this. Perfection is, by definition, unattainable. You can aim for perfect, but ultimately it is the imperfections that will make it unique. Make art without constantly criticizing it. After all, if you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. And we all love stuff. Okay, guys? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.